Impact Foundation Bangladesh was formed in 1993 with a mission to have a Bangladeshi society free from avoidable disabilities. We work in rural areas and also the riverine areas. As you see on my back, the floating hospital, we go along the major rivers with our services. Every year we have estimated 5,000 people born with clubfoot and additional 5,000 children born with cleft lip in our country. So there's a huge demand for these two types of surgery. We work in our communities. We form a group of roughly 20 to 25 women. We call them Mothers Club. They are educated on their personal hygiene, on their prevention of all kinds of disabilities, child immunization, nutrition, all these important aspects that can prevent their developing any kinds of disabilities. Another unique intervention of Impact Foundation Bangladesh is home gardening. We want them to grow vegetables all around the year, and through that we want to ensure that the children of that family and the women of that family, they don't suffer from any micronutrient deficiencies. As a result, there will be hopefully no disabled children born in those households. Also, we produce assistive devices, different kinds of prosthetic and orthotic materials. But this small investment results a huge outcome. Over the last 1 decade, we have changed lives of millions of poor people in the country through our service.
I work for an organization called Manav Seva Sansthan, and Seva is addressing cross-border human trafficking along Indo-Nepal border. The porous borders are one of the major challenges to address cross-border human trafficking, and we can estimate around 12 to 15,000 children are trafficked from Nepal to India annually. We address human trafficking using the 3P approach. It's prevention, protection, prosecution. We run lifeguard centers at cross-border transit points as well as transport hubs like railway stations and bus stations. Most of these victims are poor, so we are also initiating empowerment programs for women. We negotiated to lease out land to landless women so that they can basically be empowered economically as well as socially, and the women can safeguard the rights of the children. We also run schools for children from underprivileged community to improve the access to education.
Shopkeeper has given what? Bill!
If a child is educated, he is much more aware about his own right. Seva has been able to create a positive impact on the lives of children. We have managed to rescue 1,000 children while being trafficked. I think to address a bigger issue, you have to build partnerships at different levels to strengthen the organization, to expand its services at a wider scale.
I work with Pragya, which is a development organization that works for the people of the Himalayas, right across India and Nepal. We are working with children of the Himalayan region as well as children of migrant workers who come to work in the Himalayas. That would be about 150,000 children across both groups. But we are at present addressing only about 30% of this total population. We are running these supplementary education centers, which we call alternate learning hubs. We place them in the most remote villages. These are schools that wherever there are schools, they provide for improved quality of education, and wherever there are no schools, they provide for the only education that the children would receive. We are also, apart from the alternate learning hubs, we are running mobile education units, which are these large vans which are fitted out completely with books and learning materials and toys and even a computer. The difference about the mobile education unit is that they take the school to the children rather than expecting the children to come to the school. This really delivers education to the children of the migrant workers who are so far from any habitation or any kind of education facility that they cannot really dream of education. When I see a little child who works till 4 in the evening breaking stones by the roadside, but who spends 2 hours in classes which are delivered through a mobile education van, and says that, because of this I would be able to have a life where I will become a computer engineer, is, I think, a dream that I would definitely like to support and like to help him achieve.